States, the man who turned dreams of freedom into a living nation. Military rise, the French and Indian War. Before George Washington became the legendary commander of the American Revolution, he stepped onto the world stage through a brutal conflict that shaped him more than any classroom or plantation ever could. The French and Indian War. This was Washington's true beginning as a soldier, a leader, and a man who would learn that greatness is forged not in comfort, but in crisis. By 1754, tensions between Britain and France were exploding across North America. Both empires wanted control over the rich lands of the Ohio River Valley, and the frontier became a dangerous chessboard. The British needed someone young, bold, and fearless to push into the wilderness and challenge the French. Someone willing to take risks that others hesitated to face. Washington, just 22, stepped forward. This war would test him in every way. Washington's first mission was a dangerous diplomatic journey through icy rivers, towering forests and lands controlled by native tribes. He delivered the British demand for the French to withdraw and returned with valuable intelligence. His courage caught the attention of colonial leaders, positioning him as one of Virginia's rising stars. But what came next would be far more challenging. In 1754, Washington led a small force to confront the French at Fort Duquesne. Tension erupted, shots were fired, and suddenly the young Virginian found himself responsible for triggering a global conflict, what many historians call the true beginning of the 7 Years' War. Shortly after, he built the hastily constructed Fort Necessity, where he and his men were overwhelmed in a rain-soaked battle. Washington was forced to surrender, the only time he ever surrendered in his military career. But instead of breaking him, this early defeat transformed him. Washington studied every mistake: poor positioning, weak defenses, the dangers of rushing into battle without full information. He learned that courage alone wouldn't win wars. Strategy, patience, and preparation mattered just as much. This painful lesson would later guide him through the darkest moments of the Revolution. Though defeated, his bravery caught the attention of British commanders. They saw something in him, a spark of leadership, a calm in chaos, a man unafraid to stand firm, even when outnumbered. In 1755, Washington joined British General Edward Braddock in a major campaign to retake the frontier. What followed was one of the defining moments of his military rise. Near the Monongahela River, Braddock's army was ambushed. Musket fire rained from the trees. Soldiers fell around him and chaos exploded. Horses were shot down. Officers collapsed.